The pregnancy test was still in my hand when he knocked on my bedroom door. 3 soft taps, like he already knew, and Ryan's voice came through the wood, low and tense. "Emma, can we talk?" I just stared at the 2 pink lines until they blurred because 6 months ago, this guy moved into my house when his dad married my mom. And yeah, technically he became my stepbrother, but we were both very clear from day one that we were not siblings. Just 2 adults stuck in the same house, same kitchen, same late night fridge raids, same everything. And it started stupidly normal, lingering looks, late talks on the porch, sitting too close during movies, until that night when the power went out during a storm and we were on the couch in the dark, laughing about nothing. And then we kissed, and then we didn't stop. And a few weeks after that, his dad and my mom went away for the weekend and we were alone in the house. And that's when we actually slept together, like fully crossed the line, telling ourselves it was just once, just stress, just attraction, just something we'd figure out later. And now later was standing in front of me in plastic form with 2 pink lines. I opened the door, and the second he saw my face, all the color drained out of his. "You took it," he said, and I just held the test up between us, like proof, and he stepped inside and shut the door fast, like the hallway itself might hear. "Are you sure?" he asked, and I said, "It's literally glowing positive." And we just stood there in this horrible silence, while downstairs my mom was laughing and his dad was talking about dinner like our lives weren't about to explode. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing once across my room. Okay, we don't panic." And I snapped. "I'm not panicking. I'm evaluating how badly I just ruined everyone's life." And he actually let out this broken half laugh before it died. "We were careful," he muttered. And I said, "Mostly doesn't matter when you're pregnant." And the word just hung there between us like a bomb. I sat on my bed because my legs suddenly felt weak, and he crouched in front of me, eyes locked on mine, hands hovering like he didn't know if he was allowed to touch me anymore. "Hey," he said softly, "this isn't just your problem. I'm in this, whatever you decide." And something in my chest cracked because I hadn't even asked yet. So I whispered, "Do you even want a baby?" And he swallowed hard. "Not now, not like this, but I don't want you alone in it." And we both laughed for like half a second because the situation was so insane. Step-siblings with a pregnancy, like some cursed headline. His hands finally settled on my thighs, grounding me, warm and steady, and he said carefully, "We could tell them, together, say we fell for each other." And I just stared at him because, yeah, we did. That was the problem. This wasn't just hormones or curiosity. We actually cared, and that made it worse, not better. I started pacing, heart racing. "They're going to lose it. Your dad just married my mom. They're in honeymoon mode. This will destroy them." And he didn't argue because he knew. So I said the first thing that came into my head. "Maybe I should move out." And his head snapped up like I'd slapped him. "What? No." And I said, "It would look less messy. I could say I need space." And he went quiet for a second, then asked, really softly, "And what about me?" And the way he said it hurt more than anything, because it wasn't just about the baby, it was about us. And before I could overthink it, I said, "You could come with me." And the air literally changed. He stood slowly, searching my face. "Move out together?" And I shrugged, heart pounding. "I mean, we already did the hardest part." And his eyes flipped to my stomach under my hoodie, still flat, but suddenly meaning everything. And something shifted in his expression. Fear, yeah, but also this weird protective softness. And he said again, firmer, "I don't want you doing this alone, no matter what." An emotion hit my throat, because no one had ever chosen me that clearly before. So I asked, barely breathing, "You'd really leave?" And he didn't even pause. "For you? Yeah." That certainty landed heavy in my chest. Like this wasn't just a mistake anymore. It was a decision waiting to happen. And then downstairs, we heard footsteps on the stairs and my mom calling my name, and we both froze because this was it. Confession or lie or silence. And Ryan grabbed my hand, fingers threading tight, eyes locked on mine. Whatever we do it together." And the doorknob started turning, and I had exactly 1 second to decide what kind of life I was about to choose.